Well, friends, we're here. We're going to do a reading, a channeling about why do they run? Your twin flame, why do they walk away from you? Or you have that experience, you have that impression that they do. Well, let's look into that with some cards. When I was shuffling the first Dragon Fae, the Dragon Energies cards, were already popping out. This is how the deck looks. So I felt like these were flying out. So I was like, we're going to take them. And I only saw one, and that's this one. Be brave, Tatsuya. This beautiful, virile looking, powerful dragon fae with his black and red colors says, be brave. This is not the time to back down and be in fear and hide. When you experience your twin flame running from you, don't be afraid, but be brave. And that is exactly because when it is your true twin flame, they must be mirroring something that is in you. Because that is how the universe works. It's an external version of how you are attuned towards your inner source of light. And that relationship, what is going on in that relationship, will be the foundational attunement, how also your universe, your world, your body, the other bodies, the people is attuned. So when you experience them running away from you, there must be something inside of you that causes that to happen. It means that you're running away from something inside of yourself. You see that mirroring there? That's the secret of how the universe works. And Tatsuya says, please look at that. Be brave. Don't run away from that thing inside yourself. I saw Tatsuya in myself suddenly. That was funny. Like the little bit of red tones in my hair and on my lips, and the dark blue starting to look a little bit blackish. That was funny. I'm your Tatsuya Dragon Fae today that tells you, be brave. You don't need to run away from yourself, from this thing inside yourself that you're so afraid of. It's not necessary. And there's only one way to find out that that is true. And that is to turn around, to return, to face, to feel, to let it in, whatever that is. Let the information come to you. To confront yourself and feel the feelings and emotions trembling through you that come through it. And be healed in that way. And be healed on the inner planes, the invisible inner planes because of that. And when that is healed in your inside, you must see a changed outside too, a changed world, a changed relationship between the bodies in the world too. Be brave. And the other one is the elder. It's like this green, older dragon fae that is wise and wants to give you some advice. Listen to the wisdom of the inner advice. Well, yeah, you can listen to your inner heart. What does it say? You can listen to where the wise words come from, which could be from me right now. Really listen to it. The elder. Yeah, he helps you to identify what voice to listen to inside yourself to resolve this issue. Because it's like this sometimes really almost whispering and like even some sort of secondary voice that is actually the true soul voice that is connected to the divine inside of you, and not the screaming, running ahead voice of the ego. Yeah. So when they run from you, take a listen. What does that really mean? And what does that say about the relationship that you are having with your core self? There's something off there, so that makes that the twin flame is running from you. Maybe you are a chaser and that's why they run. So something is a little bit off, quote unquote, inside of you. You're not your whole healed, beautiful, shiny self there yet, but you can become that. Just like they are not. It's not that your observation necessarily is wrong, but everything comes from the inner. Start with yourself first. It's another way of saying it. You can end it by the fact that you can look on the inside and heal that. You can stop chasing so they can stop running. There's not really a difference between both, especially when we speak about twin flames, because they are one at the core as well, and they work out different aspects of the same lessons approximately at the same time, is what I found. So when one is so-called chasing, quote unquote, and the other so-called running, quote unquote, they both have something of the same core lesson that is in their union present right now that they are working out for themselves. And it might look on the outside a certain way that you might superficially call running or something and chasing. Who knows? But they're both working out something, a lesson inside their union right now that is the same lesson approached from similar angles, but not exactly the same angles. That they're the same. They're doing the same thing. They're reacting to each other instead of sinking deeper in the inner love and allowing that to be. And relate to that, what they have in common, in a peaceful way. That's where you could go. And you could have your contribution to doing that by you going to peace, right? Yeah, think about what that will do to them. They will go to peace too. They will go from their approach to their block to peace, also in the direction of peace. Why? Because you are. Otherwise, it is not your true twin flame, which doesn't need to be bad, because everyone has one. For the very, 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 very most people, you have a twin flame. Two expressions that are complementary from the same blueprint in your invisible architecture of your soul. And when it's not your true twin flame, then they must still be out there for you, still being, yes, that ultimate partner in all these kinds of ways that they can be for you. your best friend and your romantic partner and your life partner, your mission partner, being your student, being your teacher. Well, that was a lot from the Dragon Fae. Thank you so much, Dragon Fae, for helping us with the runner-chaser problem. Well, okay, I'm seeing this one. Enlightenment from the Mary Magdalene deck. Well, this is what brings you the enlightenment when you follow the suggestions that I've made. It would actually be very understandable if you would need some guidance to find what it exactly is for you specifically. That's what I would find very normal. And that's where a spiritual twin flame teacher comes in, and you would be very welcome to come closer to me. So that may be good to know. Let's get another card from the Mary Magdalene deck. I saw one. Okay. Mythical reality. With the rainbow. And the city on the mountain, which is, this is a place in France, in Normandy or Bretagne. I guess Normandy. One of the two. These are provinces in France. This is in the sea. It's called Le Mont Saint-Michel. It's like Michael's Mountain. That is in the sea. This is all sea. This is really how it looks. I have made pictures there when I was young. This is a road that sometimes is underwater, I think. And this is water, the sea water, and then there's this rock, and they built this whole city and a church on the rock. And so it's Michael's, Saint Michael's mountain. So that is, of course, when there's like a church on it and whatnot, maybe there's a monastery on it. That would be logical, actually. That is just my best guess for this moment. I didn't think of this at all on the forehand, but there we go. So that would be Archangel Michael. That would be where the name comes from, I would say. So I do feel that we have angelic protection here. And that mythical reality of the angels is actually real. Mythical reality. That's how the card is called. It's real. The harmony between twin flames is real. It's not a fantasy. It's not a myth. This mythical space is reality. These things come together. It's of the, maybe of like this subtle vibrational space where angels live, where it's like a sort of a mythological space in a sense. And that is the reality, that is the actual reality, you know, that meets inside of you. And you make it real. That's how it becomes real. It's not a story. It's not a myth. Angels are real. They're divine energy outreaches. I do work with the angels too. It was not by my choice, even almost. It's something that happened when I developed myself more as a teacher. Just like being able to bring you into the harmonious twin flame union, that is the consciousness state it is all about, was something that just came on my path and appeared to be possible after a certain inner development that I had, that I experienced as the student, the spiritual student that I am, and especially developing my teacher skills, so to speak, in passing that on, what I'm learning. That came forward from the subtle reality where angels live, where you could call it maybe the mythical place that started to touch reality. It came in for me. And then it became true for the people that I was guiding. It's not of my own doing almost. It's not almost of my own choice. It's just something that organically started to move through me. But at the same time, you cannot separate me from these developments and things as well. So how do you get rid of the runner chaser? By stepping into the layer of yourself where it is true that you have a true twin flame. It is real. You don't need to run from it. You need to take that into your heart and feel that whole reality, feel the entire reality of life, of the universe, of your divine architecture. And base your life and your relationship endeavors on that. Don't run from that. Archangel Michael is here to help you accept that in. That was an unexpected turn of things. You know, in Eastern philosophy and mythology and whatnot, mythical reality, when they speak about the mountain, they mean you. It's you. This is the full you. You climb the mountain, which means you do the journey until you're at the top where the rainbow is. It's a journey. But you are helped. And the journey leads to something real, to where that inner world and your normal daily life reality meet and become one in the heart. And you start to live from that space. That'll certainly repel the runner-chaser dynamic. Not them, but the runner-chaser dynamic will be repelled by that. And you are a part of the runner-chaser dynamic. Or you were at that point. When they're running, you can be sure that you're also doing something that is out of divine order. Sounds also logic, right? And living from the heart, from that deeper space, will not include that. Let's get one more from this. Oh, they were moving. We're going to take this one. The Ascension. The symbol of the Holy Spirit. Your higher self. This is the ascension when you can let that in. Going from runner-chaser dynamics to accepting the mirror, going in, healing what is out of order, and coming out of that as your connected self, where your inner reality is fully connected to your outer reality. You've healed that in the heart, and now you're living from that space. You're not running away anymore, and you're not running towards anymore. And then new things arise. New things arise. Right. Yes, the new things that you desire. And these kinds of movements are part of the ascension. And however, the ascension is also a general movement that you can sense, that people are more inside of, in general, on the world, in the universe. It is certainly something that you individually need to say yes to. You need to accept that in your heart. You need to do the inner work so that you are a full part of that. You need to take your responsibility in being a part of that. Being part of a community and guidance from a teacher and investing in very many ways in your journey is all normal there. Let's get a card from the Rose Oracle. Ooh, I mean, we can't drop like 5, 6 of them. That's a little bit much, I guess. So let's see what wants to come out. I'm seeing this one, so we're taking it. Fertile emptiness. Inner winter, rest, patience, potency, secret start. I think that's like the quality of the space that you might get inside when you followed what I just described as a movement inside of yourself. And it may be a secret start in the depth of your heart. It may feel like a fertile emptiness that you feel disoriented in for a second at first, because you were used to the strenuous nature of chasing and them running and you feeling awful about that. Nah, and that side and that, oh boy. And you are used to that drama. And now you fall silent for a moment. And that's the whole point. That's the whole healing that you are calling in. There may be a sense of there is a secret inner start of how you are supposed to connect. That needs some time to sort of germinate. And very slowly and in your intimacy space have a sensitive start. Yeah, that's often what happens for people. And it's beautiful when you can give that to yourself and create or visit a space where you can offer yourself the right kind of surrounding and perhaps boundaries when needed for this sensitive unfoldment. Can we get one more card, Divine Mother? Grandmothers. Think about your roots, perspective, trust on the interwovenness of things. You step into your soul inheritance like that and can then start to slowly trust on the interwovenness of the universe and your being full part of that, and your twin flame too. And when you choose that, this connection will be truly made. Because the true twin flame is a connection that can be fully made. And in the now, and in this lifetime. And sustainably. It's not a mythology, right? So when they're running, something must be off. And it's your relationship with your inner world. And the empowering thing is that you can repair that. And you love yourself until it is the right time. Because now it is not the right time when you are in a runner-chaser situation. Because the inner attunement is not there yet. But when it is, then it is. Right. Then you find a solution. I don't really like the idea of compromise, but let's say the solution. Oops, okay. You don't need to worry about it then. When you do the inner work. All right, so I hope this helped. So I wanted to let you know that this spring and the beginning of the summer, I will be giving a couple of weekend workshops. 2 of them are online and 1 of them is in my own physical place in Arnhem, the Netherlands. And you are invited. And these workshops are already available to see what they are and what they cost in the link below. I will let you know more about what exactly we're going to do real soon. And it's going to be very profound. They're designed to bring you in an environment so that you can develop your challenge in a way that is transformative for your twin flame union right now. They will bring forward a theme that will be organically present because of the people that do feel attracted to certain workshops. And they form the theme itself. This is divinely guided. We will do inner work, we will have a group dynamic, and there may be many more elements that I will put into there. And I will soon let you know, but to already get the outline of what it exactly is and when you can reserve time to come to the Twin Flame workshops, the Twin Flame Breakthrough Workshop, the Christed Masters Workshop, and the Twin Flame Mission Workshop, that is already in the link that you will find below. And I hope to see you there, and otherwise I will see you in the next video. I'm sure of that. Love from Petra.